So you're probably wondering why I'm back so quickly. It's because I have time on my hands so I can make little videos. But more importantly, I want to talk to you guys about what you see in others. I remember I was sitting in a cafe once with two of my friends and we were talking about body shaming, why it's not okay, and things like that. And then, someone mentioned about someone who's a little bigger of a body, and I was like, we don't know what their lifestyle looks like. We don't know who they are. We can't judge people for how they look or what they wear. And like this conversation went longer, and I spoke about how when I was insecure about my nose, I started noticing other people's noses. Like the first thing I would notice in someone else was their nose and how nice it was. And the conversation led to me realizing that what we see in others is a lack of what we have, or something that we want, or something that we love and are insecure about. Like if my hair is nice for a while and I colored my hair red, and I used to see other people in red hair, I used to just be like, is my hair looking better than theirs? But honestly, at the end of the day, I mean, I grew over it, like grew up in like 2 months, and I was like, it's fine. Everyone can have red hair. It's not a huge deal. But what you see in others is a lack of what you have. Sometimes is this is something I believe in, because if you look at other people's weights constantly, especially gym bros that are like very um like they'll point out other people's like weights, what someone is looking like, or you'll see a fat woman just be happy online. Like it has, like, her video will have nothing to do with anything about her weight or her body. It's just like a funny video, and someone in the comment will be like fridge or something like that, and it's like, excuse me, just let her be. And I feel like that comes from a deep place of insecurity, because you are so worried about how people will treat you when you become that person. So you, instead of making the world like a better place, you make it worse because of your insecurities. You constantly see the worst in others because you can't see the best in yourself either. And I heavily believe that what how you see others is 100% a reflection, a projection of how you look at yourself. And I'm telling you this as someone who doesn't do that. Okay, my cat is in heat, so she's like meowing. No, Ember, no. And I heavily, I don't know what to say now because she's like meowing. I completely forgot. Yes, I've come from a place, from someone who didn't like judge others to a point, probably like in my teenage life, where I did start judging others. And then I stopped because I realized that my judgment of other people was coming from my judgment of myself. Like when I was insecure of how I looked, then suddenly I started looking at pretty girls and like judging them for some reason, or like girls who weren't conventionally attractive and feeling better. uh, but then that's not the point though. You if you think you're better than a certain set of people, then you'll always think you're not better than a certain set of people. If you think you're prettier than a certain group of people, then you'll always know that you're not as pretty as a certain group of people. And that is not healthy. So I stopped doing that. I stopped judging myself and I stopped judging others, and I realized that the moment I built healthy relationships with myself, loving others and appreciating others became so much easier. Like I could just appreciate others and feel nothing. I could just feel happy for them. And I just think that is crazy that I am at this position in my life where I look at a pretty girl online and you're gonna see my like on it. Because she's pretty, and the lack of her beauty, sorry, that was completely wrong. Appreciation of her beauty or her existing doesn't is not the lack of my beauty or who I am. And these are simple, these are words. What I'm saying isn't revolutionary, but it takes some time to drill into your head that how you see others affects you so much. When you'll start appreciating and not judging the people around you, you'll stop doing that yourself, and you'll make people around you notice that too. Like, people around you will notice how you look at others and how you see others, and they'll feel more comfortable with you, and then they'll feel comfortable with themselves, and then they'll stop judging others. It's a motion. it's it's one, it's a domino effect. If you're gonna get more comfortable in yourself and wear that proudly, other people are too. And if you're gonna call out people for their bullshit, other people will too. That is what it is. Oh my god, my lipstick's looking so good. That is what it is. That is life. You, what you see in others is a projection of yourself. So the moment my views shifted, the moment I started having a healthy mental relationship with myself, is the moment I started looking at the world around me with gratitude. Is the moment I started looking at other people and not being able to judge them, being able to come without prejudice. I mean, sometimes I judge people, but it's mostly men. Sometimes I just mostly judge men a lot, but also, like, it's mostly a joke. I don't truly judge anyone. I mean, you'll have some biases and some judgment for things in life, obviously, but it's a work in progress. We're working on it. Okay, bye.